I think I'm all set up now. Let's see. Alright, good to go. Nope. Back to Final Fantasy XIV after a small break, and I'm going to check out the new event stuff and the new content that they've added. Probably solo for most of it. We'll see what happens. Let's get right into it with the holiday event. Ooh. Great doctor's mask, huh? I can wear it. Oh, that makes me happy. My, what a mysterious surprise to see you here. This fine autumn morn. My adventurer friend, just isn't proved most essential in my past investigations, which is why I must again seek your aid. Sorry, I just came back from a long day of work, so I'm a little out of it for reading. You have my thanks. Now, tell me, does a traveling circus troupe known as the Continental Circus ring a bell? Each year, when it comes time for All Saints' Wake, they set up shop here in town, conducting all manner of suspicious activity. Though they appear to be ordinary performers, each and every last member is most vile and despicable voidset. Under the guise of events and festive merrymakings, they carry out acts of both mischievous and malevolent. But worry not, for I have a plan. This year we shall hold an event in our very own, thereby supplementing their modus operandi. A brilliant scheme, would you agree? Would you not agree? The main spectacle shall be a costume contregré. Or courtegray, yeah, screw it. But for those with suitable guises, my colleagues at the Alchemist Guild have devised most ingenious solution. A special concoction that will temporarily transform any individual into the most ghastly visage. That is where you come in. You must transform yourself with our potion and speak to the townspeople to spread word of the event. After giving them a good fright, you will need to dispel the enchantment, thus allaying possible concerns of ill effects from our wondrous brew. A thousand thanks. I have prepared a selection of our 4 elixirs for you to choose from atop this benches beside me. Choose one that suits your fancy and then go forth and spread our costume courtegray. When you have finished, let us rendezvous near the Leatherworkers Guild. Best of luck. Oh fuck yeah, I'm doing Gale Cat. Yes. Fear the dreaded flying kitty. With his mischievous flaps, he rises above all else. Why, if you weren't the most adorable little thing I've ever seen. No. But where did you come from? Did you get separated from the rest of your litter? Eek! Who are you? And what have you done with that darling little ball of fur? I grew up, clearly. That was you? I refuse to believe you. Could you have been anywhere near so cuddly and cute? Me? I too can transform into one of those adorable creatures? Then why am I still talking to you? I have a potion to drink! Maybe I won't accidentally murderize you while you're that creature. Tell me I'm not cute and fluffy. Not just teats, what in the world? Alright, lad. You've got some explaining to do. What the hell is going on? We can transform into creatures with a mere potion? I had not seen it with my own eyes. I wouldn't have believed you. Suppose we can at least give it a try. You can no longer be a scrawny little elf. You can be a big man. Oh, I only get to talk to two of them? Mini Simpo, welcome to the stream and hello. So very sorry for kept you waiting. I've been gravely busy attending to my own preparations. Tell me, how do you fare? Are the townspeople at all interested in attending the cortege? Yeah, I really need to learn that word. Going alright. Doing the seasonal event and then gonna dip into the new content that's come out. My, it sounds like they were simply trembling with excitement. And to think no small few wish to transfigure themselves. Oh, what a joyous occasion. That they would give themselves so willing. Why did I ever think to simply take this human form before? Aw. You're creeping me out. I wasn't fishing for a compliment, but it seems you're giving them out freely. I really must thank you for being so gullible. I did not realize there was another clown in town. Oh, it's these guys again. Papa Gruff, my darling. It looks like all of your hard work has finally paid off. Indeed, my beloved. All proceeds apiece. Once I've finished settling matters here, I shall enjoy a magnificent feast. Oh dear, you appear to be confused. While the effects of the potion I gave you lasted only for a short while, the potion we've brewed for the townsfolk is a touch more potent. With but a single sip, none shall return to their original form. We shall harvest the dread that We shall harvest the dread that overwhelms their feeble minds, and then they discover this truth, and use the summon forth our brethren. Then we shall have our night of delivery at long last. The grouse will be the very envy of all void sent, and live as royalty. As is falling into place just as I schemed. The creature is motioning to you hysterically. What could it be trying to say? I bet that's the investigator. Ah, yes, the investigator from the Adventurers Guild. A fool drank our potion with all the concern of the newborn babe. Now, how fitting that he will remain just as helpless for the rest of his days. Even as we speak, the townsfolk are lining up to be transformed, blissfully unaware of the monstrous fate that awaits them. And we owe it all to you. Indeed, you've done jolly good work this day. Oh, my sweet, you've never looked more dashing. Seeing as you have matters here well in hand, I'll return home with our little honeycomb and ready the feast for our hard-working husband. Well then, I'd best be off to finish my preparations. 'Twill be a night to remember. You poor, poor thing. A lost child at wit's end. Perhaps I can be of assistance. That's actually a pretty awesome look. I'm actually down for this glam. That's gonna look pretty good. Why do you look at me with such misful eyes, dear? Your dubiation is quite misplaced. There's something off about you. Is this how you always treat newly met strangers? What if I told you I have a remedy to dispel the enchantment? Here, drink this. Given the situation, I do not blame you for being wary of gifts from stranger, but I will gladly drink it myself should it ease your concern. Ooh, good transition. It worked! You have my thanks! Oh, my friend, you are truly a sight for sore eyes. Never in all my years of service have I ever been so humiliated. I knew those fiends would be up to no good. I knew they would take advantage of the season's festivities, as is their want. Yet for all my vigilance, here I am, their very first victim. Oh, the shame of it all. 'Tis as a spear piercing my very soul. But thanks to you, I am free of that foul enchantment. I owe you my life, miss. I fear you'd sooner forget my name as unremarkable as my own. I am but a passing woman of science. I see. May I assume that you are the self-same individual who created the remedy? You may indeed. 'Tis a remedy which I was required no small amount of fine-tuning. A frog tongue here, a rat's tail there, but I will spare you the details. Rest assured, the townsfolk too shall be returned to their original forms with a sufficient dose. As fortune would have it, I made plenty for everyone in case of a tragedy were to befall the city. Now, if you would be so kind to distribute the remedy to those in need. Investigator? Understood. I know not your motives, but I'll not look a gift chocobo in the beak. This is the best I am sorry. I am doing terrible. This is the best hand we've had to play, and I will accept full responsibility for the outcome, whatever it may be. While I tend to the townspeople, may I entrust you with capturing our crafty clown? Stores of the remedy are like to run dry, should they claim too many victims. In that case, I will remain here to assist. Excellent. Once I've administered the remedy to the afflicted, I shall await you in Miketo's amphitheater. It'll be no easy feat to apprehend Papa Gruff. I have no doubt he will be expecting you to come after him. That is why I propose you give him a taste of his own medicine with a disguise. Ideally, the guise you should be be of one dear to him. Oh my god, I'm bad tonight. One whom he would let his own guard down. What's more, I would suggest someone whose appearance you could recall clearly. Yeah, I can definitely remember Mama Gruff. His love and joy. Perfect. He'd never suspect his dear wife. When you're certain his guard is down, give him one of my special cookies. I baked in an ingredient that will return him to his natural demonic form. Though I wish I could do more to help, I am a little more than a simple doctor. An adventurer of your obvious talents is far better suited and accustomed to such risky undertakings. When you're ready, I shall provide you with a dose of my own transformative mixture. It shan't be hard to locate Papa Gruff. Knowing he prepares for the night of delivery, I suspect he'll be waiting in more voids in together. As such, he is most likely hiding in the vicinity of the riverbank, out of sight and out of mind. He will no doubt have returned his guise to the Adventurers Guild investigator, so as to not arouse suspicion. Now, recall the image of his beloved in your mind's eye. I shall weave into reality with the power of alchemy. Remember, once you've found Papa Gruff, use whatever guile you can to muster and trick him, then offer him my special treat. Yay! I'm a pretty lady now! Oops. I didn't know I could actually get down there. Oh, my sweet Snurbbleberry? Yeah, Snurbbleberry. I thought you had returned home. Is aught amiss? Alright, let's see if we can trick him to eat a cookie. Don't tell me it is because I didn't return to your goodbye kiss. You know, I am easily flustered. Besides, my love, our plans would be in tatters should a passerby catch us sharing an intimate moment. Mischievous guy would be more mischievous. What do you think? Should I call him out? Yeah, let's call him out. I know you've been up to no good, mister. What are you saying, my love? I'm in the midst of preparing for the night of delivery. Now is not the time to be joking around. We can have our fun later. Alright. Yeah, that was a fun idea. Yeah, I was worried and wishing concerned that all is proceeding at a pace. You came all this way because you were worried about me? Oh, I am not worthy of such caring succubus. But fear not, your beloved has everything under control. Thanks to that twice-eyed adventurer, the idiot humans are drinking our concoction in droves. be hungry. You always know just what I need, but moments ago I was thinking what I wouldn't give for a snack. I knew you were cunning, but if I didn't know better, I would say you're a mind reader as well. Oh, stop it, you're making me blush. Cookies, my favorite! Well then, don't mind if I do. Goodness, it smells delicious. Oh, how I love a treat from my sweet. What is this? What is the meaning of this? Why, you conniving little... You may have put a damper on my plans, but all is not lost, yes. If I start again now, I can be ready next time for supper. Surely you jest. All Saints' Week is meant for all to partake in and enjoy. You, it cannot be. The great gourd of legend herself. You poor misguided soul. Gone are the days when you might wreak havoc as you please. This truth I will drill into your head slowly, meticulously, until there is naught but else you can think of. Have I frightened you, child? Forgive me, such was not my intention. I wish only for a man and monster to enjoy a reveille of All Saints' Wake in equal measure, nothing more. For mercy, his mischief-making was brought to a halt, thanks into no part of your efforts. But if the day's festivities are to be cancelled despite all we have done, the townspeople would still suffer from his transgressions. He caused much grief, and I will punish him accordingly. So I ask that you place your faith in me and allow the festival to continue as planned. There will be no further disruptions. You have my word. You have my gratitude. Perhaps you should apprise a real Adventurers Guild investigator of the present situation. He said he would wait you at the Miketo's amphitheater, as I recall. Once you have done so, come and speak with me. There is somewhere I would like to take you, by way of recompense for the trouble this ill-mannered child has caused. Until then. Now, this is a pretty short holiday event this time. Ah, there you are. You'll be relieved to hear that I finished administering the remedy to all the infected. But tell me, how did matters fare on your end? So, the fiend has been reverted to his true impish form. I see. Well, eccentric though as she may be, if the doctor claims she can keep him on a leash, I believe her. And with a surplus of curative potions, I can see no reason why the costume orgy should not continue. I will, of course, remain vigilant for the other disturbances. Your assistance has truly been invaluable, my friend. With this trouble now behind us, I trust you will take at least a moment's respite. Why not spend a donning the disguise for monstrous, mischievous creatures? Sweet. Now there's more. So, you remembered my request. I am pleased. As I mentioned earlier, there is somewhere I would like to take you, though I'm afraid it is a place not easily reached. When you're ready, Bart, pray speak with the usher here. He will escort you. Escort you? Alright. I shall take my leave first, and make preparations necessary to receive you. Do not be alarmed by what you see, child. Is this going to be like one of the dungeons you have to fight through? We shall not be far behind if you would follow me. I like the mushrooms. This place is cool. Welcome to my humble abode. Surprised to see I have a home of my own, aren't you? Are you? Yeah, are you? Even the Great Gore needs a place to rest her head. I have never invited a mortal to my home before. Consider this a way of thanking you for ensuring All Saints' Week could be celebrated this year after year unimpeded. Sorry. You may make yourself at home and stay as long as you like. If you are concerned about Papa Gruff, do not be. He and I have come to an understanding. Some children must simply learn the hard way. Sweet. So is it true that they added in the new Hildebrand questline? Up to something mean, never. Fun-loving imp here, fellow revelers, and enjoy the week. Fashioning you very convincing guys of masquerade. College junior and forgotten travel memories. Ooh. Well, that's cool. A bunch of different people with that. Yeah, up to something mean. Neat. Gonna have to come back here and check it out some more. Let's see, I think the new stuff starts in... Is it Russet Ham? I'm sorry, I probably should look this up before doing this. But how is your evening going? I fucking love the Hildebrand questline. Rourke, I have a new lead! And just as I promised, you were the first to know. Before we get into the details, though, I should give you back your soul container. I gave it a good scrub first, of course. Being the gentleman that he is, I'm sure the inspector wouldn't want to leave any lingering spiritual odors. There, now you can listen to my findings about having distracting thoughts like, when is Nashu going to give me back my soul container? Now, as for the lead I mentioned, I was thumbing through a periodical and found the article of the alien abduction. The way it was described was almost exactly what happened to the inspector. It even had a little diagram of a man swirling in midair anyways. Anyway, the author seemed convinced that the victim had been taken to the moon! Why does that sound like the kind of rubbish that the Variant Truth publishes? Wow. That's because it is! You remember the Dorian, the editor in Briefs? He was the one who wrote it. And he plans on doing research for the next edition on the moon itself. Apparently there's a portal or something in Garlemald that'll take you straight there. Oh, but a world-hopping adventurer like you must have been to the moon already. Know it like the back of your hand, I bet. I thought so. It'd be nice to have an expert guide up there to help us search for clues. What say you? To the moon, Nashu. Right, I'll start packing my bags. I don't know what to wear on... I don't know what the weather is like on the moon, but I remember Garlemald being a bit chilly for the last time I was there. Right. Now we go to Broken Glass. Oh, it's much colder than I remembered. I sure hope its lunar gate is close. The Tower of Babel? You mean that big spiky spire? Well, we definitely shouldn't get lost on the way there. Let's get moving. Yeah, that's not too far. So, this thing will send us up to the moon, just like that? Courage, Nashu. As long as she doesn't blow it up. The world is in grave danger, and the people deserve to know. I have to reach the moon so I can expose the truth! As I have explained to you twice already, I can only allow passage to authorized travelers, which you are not. Ah, you're with them, aren't you? The aliens have infiltrated every layer of our society. What in blazes are you talking about? I'm Dalmatian, born and raised. Oh, look! It's Dorian, the editor-in-briefs! That's Delian, editor-in-chief, thank you very much. And you were friends of the abducted, I believe? Merc, greetings. Are you acquainted with this man by any chance? He exposed my direction once. Wow. No, nor am I affiliated with him in any way, shape, or form. Nah, let's go with that one. That one's good. And that was enough, I'd wager. He has trouble written all over him. Rourke? Is that Rourke Highcross? Slayer of gods? Savior of Ishgard? Liberator of the provinces? Stealer of pants? How did I fail to recognize such an unbelievably famous individual? As our champion of the people, you have a duty to lead us through this fact-strangling checkpoint. We cannot let your comrade's abduction go unsolved. He needs you, and the world needs my next article. And you believe he was taken to the moon. Well, that certainly sounds like an emergency to me. Your acquaintance here seems sincere in his desire to help, so I will grant him special disposition to accompany you just this once. You may proceed to the nether gate. Mysterious forces have thrust us together, and though I trust the fates about as much as I trust that obviously compromised gate guard, I will leave no moonstone unturned. The truth is up there. Ooh, the moon is just as white and shiny up close. But not made of cheese. And no sign of Inspector Hildebrand either. So, we've already arrived. The Empire's technology is more advanced than I'd feared. Over there, the aliens have built some kind of forward base on the lunar surface. We must sneak in and blow the lid off their invasion plans. Looks like Dorian has a lead. Come on, we should follow him. Aliens! Honest to God's aliens! I've never expected them to be so tall, or so small and bunny-like. Welcome. If I had known I was receiving so many visitors, I would have sent for more tea. That voice speaking inside my head. I don't know the words, but their meaning's clear. Are they wielding psychic powers to try and brainwash me? You alright there, friend? Need help with anything in particular? And this one speaks our tongue fluently. Learn from your Charlian collaborators, I wager. Don't think you'll fool me with that, your adorable bunny nose, your silken ears, and I'll print the truth before you arrive to beguile my fellow men. You're one of Uriange's friends, aren't you? I'm not sure who or what put such odd ideas into your companion's head, but would you mind settling him straight for me? The Lopreets are not alien invaders, although their adorableness does believe their capacity for shenanigans. The Lopreets are allies of mankind, misguided attempts to make us live off carrots alone notwithstanding. Yeah, those carrots are bad. They got to you too, didn't they? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. I've heard the rumors about the disbanded Scions of the Seventh Dawn. The formerly secret society that has truth become all the more secret, that it may pull our leaders' strings from the shadows. Hold it right there, mister. I won't stand here and listen to you slander Rourke or his lovely bunny any longer. You better not libel them either. We actually came in search of Inspector Hildebrand, a dashing gentleman who we think was brought up here by a shining flying saucer. You wouldn't happen to have seen either of them around here, would you? I am afraid I have seen neither. Long was my duty to keep watch, but as the need for constant vigilance has since ended, I have grown accustomed to idleness. It's rather refreshing, really. Anyway, perhaps the Lorepreets may have observed this man in or his abductor. I feel I would have remembered if I had. The others might have seen something, though. Why don't you take over the Beastways burrows, and that you can ask them about it yourself? That sounds like a wonderful idea. Please lead the way. And if nothing else, getting an eyeful of the facilities we built for the benefit of mankind should help reassure your suspicious friend here. I need more booze. So many bunnies! If they can build a forward base on this scale, then what hopes does mankind have against them? Oh, for the love of carrots, this is not a military operation! Do you see any cannons or assault craft? We haven't any weaponry at all. Take your time and chat with whoever you like. As for me, I've got perfectly innocuous and not at all nefarious things to do. Bye now. Right! Then, let's get on with the investigation. Ooh, I just want to nibble on their fuzzy little ears. Creepy. I'm taking notes on everything in this base. Floor plans, personnel, abstract tree structures. My next issue will expose their entire operation. Look, they even have an aetheryte here. An aetheryte? A convenient tool for meeting with their Chanelian co-conspirators, no doubt. Oh, they'll tell you aetherites were an Allegheny invention, but it was really just one of the many alien technological secrets received from exchange for their undying loyalty. Link pearls, too. Be careful of what you say in those private calls of the Chanelians are always listening. Okay. Too real with the craziness. Too real. Oh, I often stretch my legs out there under the stars, but I can't say I've noticed anything out of the ordinary. Sorry. Not to worry. We'll try our luck elsewhere. Thank you. Furry-faced liars. A lot of them. They're probably hiding the entire fleet of alien tack craft. Cool, look at that big fan. It must get hot in here. That's right, she's got more of a British accent. My bad. A propulsion engine? Of course! There's no mere moon! You know, the satellite upon which we stand is never a natural celestial body, right? It was a grand fabrication of the ancients. They were in contact with the aliens even back then, but the purpose of their ambitious construction has eluded us until now. It's obvious that the moon is a colossal star-faring vessel. I mean, yeah, that's why they made it. Oh, ever since we built the Excitotron 6000, we've all kinds of people around here. Could you describe your missing friend in a bit more detail? Well, he's very gentleman and dapper if you look past the almost certainly tattered state of his clothing. Though their fashion sense can be a bit eccentric, our visiting adventurers are always dressed impeccably. Not to be rude, but I have a feeling your friend would have stood out in like a crowd. He's probably strapped to a table somewhere, even as we speak, enduring unspeakable experiments. Ugh. From what I have pieced together so far, the giant alien is the master, and these smaller xenobunnies are artificial life forms created to serve as minions in his armies. Their harmless appearance is part of the strategy. As soon as you let your guard down, snap! They'll take you down like a pack of tiny herbivores, wolves. Dorian has some interesting theories, doesn't he? Being nibbled to death by a mob of cuddly bunnies doesn't sound like a bad way to go. Real. If anybody has not done the Hildebrand quest lines, you are just missing out on the writers having fun. No gentleman in ragged clothes, I'm afraid. But I did spot an object in flight that could have that I couldn't immediately identify. It was while I was out gathering materials, south of Mare Lemitorum. I presumed it was just some elegant relic or new species of floating jellyfish, and didn't think too much of it. Cool, now that sounds promising. Thank you for your time. What's this then? A pod growing a new xenobunnies? They must plan to produce them in the millions, and overwhelm us with sheer fuzzy numbers. Ah, how could I have not been so blind? Those aren't ears. They're psychic wave generators. They lure people close with their precious little faces, and then BAM! Brainwashed. I figured it out, alien scum! And once the world reads my special edition of your dreams and domination, will be done for. Ha! What strange and oddly aggravating man. Is he a friend of yours too? He thinks he's a friend of the people, but I don't think any people are his friends. Alright, let's get out there and find the flying object. Do you know which direction is south? Wait, I'm coming with you! Don't leave me alone with the brainwashing xenobunnies! That's not the exit. Is that the way? 26. 26. How's my reading? Is it bearable? I hope you guys enjoy. Last she was romping around with Argos, already forgetting why she was out here. That checks out. Tillian is switching high and low for any sign of alien vessels, like a true professional. Oh, there it is! And there it goes. Come on, we can't let it get away. We did it, Rourke! We found the inspector. Case closed. Horrendous. Why only aliens could subject a man to such callous and physically impossible fate. Oh. Are my eyes playing tricks on me, or do you see a whole field of planted Hildebrads? Well, well, what a delightful surprise to see you here, whoever here happens to be. My, what an impressive specimen of gentleman you are, good sir. The same could be said of you, my good man. Is this an extreme Piranhas Gentlemen's Club? If I may be so bold as to join you. This is mildly horrifying. What in the name of the occult is happening here? Where did they all come from? They're phantom Hildebrands created from refraction of starlight through swamp gas. Oh my god. Could be Hildebrand clones grown from any laboratory flesh vats. Oh, they're both good. Let's go with the alien one. Imposters, you mean? Don't worry, I know just how to find the real Inspector. Oh, it's a bomb, isn't it? Here's 2 bombs. Uh-oh. Cease and desist, Nashu. Use your powers of deduction. They're also authentic and synchronized. I honestly can't tell who the difference. Well, look no further, for I am the one and only Hildebrand, Agent of Equity and Inspector Extraordinaire. The one and only. I believe that would be me, good sir. How odd. I think you will find that I am the original Hildebrand. Oh, I am more than certain that I am Hildebrand. As am I. Could it be that we're all Hildebrand? Well, positively marvelous. I suppose we shall celebrate an auspicious moment my very mob of Mandeville men can. Oh, Jesus Christ. What in the manner of waking nightmare is this? Oh my god, that's adorable. Apologies for the confusion, my friends. I assure you that this time you stand in the presence of the inimitable Hildebrand Helidor Maximilian Mandeville. And this diminutive blue chap here is my new associate, Master Poo Poo. Another alien species! Of course, you're building a clone army to invade our star, and what would we stumble upon was a field test. I do believe you've had the pleasure of my acceptable fellow. I presume that the amicable Master Poo Poo has no desire to wage any clone wars. Then what about all of them? Oh god. Then what's this all about? Are you telling me you weren't abducted? A simple misunderstanding. Oh, what a charming little rascal you are. An offshoot of the Mandragora family, perchance. Poo 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 poo. Poo poo. Ah, I see. Pleased to meet your acquaintance, Master Poo Poo. Might I inquire about our current whereabouts? I had but recently reunited with Nashu and Rurk, and would greatly appreciate if you could convey me back to their prior location. Splendid! Full speed ahead, my dear fellow. Steady on. Now, this is not what I had in mind. My word, you've generated a veritable battalion of identical gentlemen. Surely the world could never safely contain as much Mandevillian magnificence. Could you perchance reverse the process? Oh, that is horrifying. Terminator. Oh, gods. No, not like that. Yay! Oh, mummy! Thus I have concluded that Master Poo Poo has no grasp of common tongue, and his true intentions, while surely preachable, remain woefully unclear. It was only through frenzied gestures that I managed to direct him back here and have him clean up our Mandeville multiplicity incident. Poo Poo, I hail Poo 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 from Star Poo Poo, a great distance from here. Poo Poo, I came in search of a friend whose communications halted mid-exploration. All the way to aid a comrade in distress, you say? The devotion, the determination, your touching story has sunk its hooks into my heart. Fear not, my blue-hued friend, for I, Hildebrand, agent of equity, inspector extraordinaire, have attached myself to this case as like a stubborn barnacle on a kraken's behind. I swear to you here and now, I shall scour all of creation, for the deepest pits of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for the missing comrade that you so desperately seek. Alright, I love Mr. Poo Poo. Tell me, Rek, how is it that you're able to understand Master Poo-Poo's language? The power of echoes. Ah, you mean the permission repetition. It sounds familiar to the Mandeville art of parley. You're saying that you have an extraordinary ability that allows you communication with aliens? How fascinating. Yes, most fascinating indeed. Painting the serious aside, I am glad to indeed once more be in the company of my faithful assistant and stalwart contemporary both. So begins the case of the silver correspondent. The silent correspondent. Not to rain on your parade, but my friend who was somewhere on your star stopped sending messages. Is not a lot to go on. I spent years investigating the existence of aliens, and recent experiences notwithstanding, they are not that easy to find. Then you don't know the Inspector Hildebrand. We'll solve this case. He's solved countless others. With undering perception of panache. Oh my god, I'm bad. Ah, well said, Nashu. I need but relinquish my conscience through the investigative instinct, and the clues will fall through me forthwith. Lose yourself in the deductive current, Inspector. You're channeling, aren't you? Contracting the higher power will breach the veil of mystery. Another fascinating development. Ah, there you are. I've been looking all over. Thought you'd like to know that I spotted a chap you're asking about. You know, the well-muscled gentleman with the tattered clothing, dazzling teeth. You mean this gentleman? We found him, too. Well, that can't be right. I just saw him in the north of Mare Lematorum, and he ran the other way when I called out. I don't understand how he could have arrived here before me. I have a feeling, Mr. Bunny, sir, that what you saw was an imposter. Rick, would you mind asking Mr. Poo-Poo if he has growing any more inspectors on the moon? Poo-Poo, I only created a single batch, but one did manage to escape the vaporization beam. That individual's behavior was unpredictable, a flaw in the cloning process, I'm afraid. Well, this won't do at all. We cannot have flawed Inspector running around, besmirching the Mandeville name. Master Poo-Poo, I ask that we hunt down this I ask that we hunt down and liquidate my other self as soon as possible. Might we delay the search for your comrade until deed is done? Poo-Poo, the imperfect clone was of my making and is only right after I redress my mistake first. So begins the case of the imposter inspector. Oh, that does sound exciting. If you don't mind, I'm coming along. I can show you the place where I saw the imposter inspector. God, that's too many voices. Oh, that's so fucking cute. I spy with my little eye. No dashing, defective gentleman. You can't have made it that far on foot. Why don't you try searching the immediate area? Scan the horizon, that kind of thing. Then I suggest we split up so we can cover more ground. Nashu, Rourke, and I will investigate the northwest. Right, and I'll take the other two and head northeast. Splitting the party again? And you're leaving me with the aliens? Oh, relax, Bright Eyes. We'll have a nice chat and I can disabuse you of all that, of all those strange conspiration notions. Oh, and we can get to know our new friend here. Let us be on our way, as well, with Rourke in the van, if you please. Wait, van? Oh, Vanguard. Got it. When you're up in the sky, our world's a piece of pie. Oh, so pretty. Being on the moon reminds me of that time I was blasted all the way to the Dalmod. I do believe that was a personal best in terms of distance flung. Behold, the sublime vista. 'Tis of the moon herself breathes beneath our feet. Oh, look down there. They have their very own hot spring. My dear Nashu, what you are observing is no hot spring, but a natural reservoir of ceruleum. With such a rich resource to hand, it is no wonder they can afford these practical residences. I'm glad you're here to educate me, Inspector. I was about to take a quick soak. Alright, same thing. Okay, there's... nope. Ah, there it is. Go around the space bug. Goldsmithing hammers lodge in the Thinker's carcass. It appears to have been dealt in a single swift killing blow. Cool, the bugs grow big up here, don't they? This hammer, surely, it cannot be. Nay, it does not bear thinking about. Come along, nothing to see here. Can I cross here? I have to cross way up here. to soothe the throat. I've just started doing this for streams of reading out all the dialogue and everything, and I hope I'm doing alright. It's very new to me, and I think I'm getting better at it. It definitely takes a lot, like, courage to kind of do this, which I'm kind of surprised about. It's easier just to talk than, you know, read. What a dazzling display of stars. Not a single cloud in sight. In fact, I've never seen one in the night sky so clearly. Now that you mention it, it's been nighttime here the entire time I've been here. How much longer until dawn breaks, do you think? Yeah. Alright. That checks out. Oh god, another hammer. Another goldsmithing hammer, another killing blow that bespeaks unparalleled strength. Oh, it looks like he's yawning. The hammer stuck in his head spoils the effect, though. He cannot be here. Why would he be here? It's a goldsmithing tool, isn't it? It does look awfully familiar. And yet completely unrelated to our case. Moving on. People, moving on. A set of gentlemanly tracks lead to the northwest. Aha! In the sand, in the snow, or in the half-filled moon dust, I'd recognize those fancy footprints anywhere. They're a perfect copy of mine. Our fugitive imposter must be just up ahead. I sense a gentlemanly presence. He is close. Very close. No clones in the northeastern quadrant. That we could see. That's clever, Mr. Poo-Poo. Can scout from us from up in the air. Aha! I found me! Why? Why did I flee? He seems sad, downcast, very uninspector-like. A flawed creation, to be sure. Such negative emotions would never mar the heart of a true Mandeville man. Praise Thal for this patience. 'Twould seem my beloved Hildy had been awoken from his unnatural slumber. Abandoning my gentlemen comrades to save myself, my pride in worse tatters than my maltered wardrobe. My fatherly love denied. Unthinkable, unless that is not my son. Another of me survived! I'll not turn a tail and run this time. No, Sir Hilbrand, to the rescue! Round and round as fast as I can. I can't slow down. I'm a Mandeville man. Oh no, what is this? Lopert's doing the can-can. Alright, I love this too. That's it? Now, I know I'm dreaming. That can't possibly be real. That was a little something we prepared to welcome the people of Ethris. I almost forgot I was still there. Master Poo Poo, no! The canoe is here too. Well, the barrage appears to have stopped, but looks like it's all junk. Please be sure to pick up your litter before you leave. The moon belongs to everyone, you know. Oh. Okay, what about the Lullafell that got away? Hildbrad Melior Maximilian Mandeville. How glad I am to see you up and about. Your mother will be beside herself with joy. I only stand before you now thanks to Nashu, who stood ever vigilant at my beside, and to Rurk, who ferried my soul back from across the rift. My son is indeed blessed with comrades of quality. You have my heartfelt gratitude. To you, Master Poo-Poo, I extend my apologies. In my excitement, I fear I have broken your starship. If there is aught I can do to help effect repairs, you have only asked. Poo-Poo, my vessel has experienced a temporary malfunction, but there was no major structural damage. It brings me a relief and joy to hear it. Ahem. Might I have a word, Rurk? I had actually come to the moon in search of a certain rare ore, and by Thal's good graces, my quest has been successful. The ore, however, is but the first step in a longer saga. Meet me back in Razatan, and I will explain the role I wish you to play. Yes, I think it would be best for our journey starwards. To make it Star Wars. Oh my god. We'll not find Master Poo-Poo's friend from up here unless someone packed an extremely fallacious spyglass? Anybody? No? Then home it is! For years, I've chased after the supernatural and the inexplicable. But to encounter so much of it in just a short span of time, my mind, it still reels from the implications. Yet I must keep my gaze focused beyond the veil. A chance like this comes only once in a lifetime. Ah, how lovely to be back on the star of my birth. Father did not tarry to chat, but said something about returning here with a trusted employee. Well, we've no time to falter familial pleasantries. Nashu and I must devote our time and mental energies to the case of the silent correspondent. My keen inspector sense implies me to begin our search in that direction. Make haste, my companions, for justice awaits no man, not even one who is little in blue. Inspector, wait! I can't just make an exception for me. His healing appears to be remarkably effective. Fascinating. Yes, most fascinating indeed. Rourke, forgive me. I seem to have been laboring under a misconception. After spending some time with the Xeno Bunnies, it has become clear to me that they have not the slightest intention of invading our star. They are no threat to us. But he is. You know of whom I speak. The devious Master Poo-Poo. And his diabolical devices devised solely for the world domination. I shall have to investigate him further and learn the intricacies of his plans, but I may require your aid, not to mention your interpretation. I'll even pay you a retainer fee, so please, when the time comes, join me on my quest for the truth. Ah, Rook, my apologies for the wait. Shall we proceed to business then? The task at hand concerns nothing less than a family legacy. The recreation of the historically significant and astronomically magnificent Mandeville weapons. They were the designs of a distant ancestor, you see, while the originals have long since vanished and the manual containing these secrets of their construction survived. A precious heirloom passed down through generations of Mandevilles. Hammer is built for hammering gold. "'Tis true that a goldsmith I've had little occasion for crafting implements of war. Why this project and why now, you may very well ask. Then I shall very well tell you. Sorry. The tale begins not so long ago. I was here in Res at Hand to discuss a deal with the up-and-coming merchant. The matter in question was an acquisition proposal. Alas, the talks soured, so I made preparations to depart. It was then that the sky burst into flame. You know all too well the horrors followed. I did my best to defend the citizenry from the beasts which spawned, yet I could not save them all. Saved far few, in fact. The memory of it haunted me day and night, and I found myself unable to work. But then I heard news of how you and your companions had ventured forth, banish this evil at its source. I forged on in the face of deepest despair, and it gave me the courage to do the same. You forged it, yeah. I took a good, hard look in the looking glass and asked, what can Gilbert Mandeville do to safeguard the people of this star? Thus did I realize that I had both the knowledge and the skill to forge the greatest weapons, that I might empower others to protect themselves and their fellow man. So I began going down the list of acquiring necessary materials with a single-minded purpose. One of these was a godly chunk of the purest Mandernium ore, a metal found exclusively in meteorites, and that only rarely. I searched high and low, scouring the impact sites and consorting with the kobolds, all to no avail. And then, when none was to be found on Highland, I sent my sights to the moon, where I at last obtained a sizable sample. Now I say at last, but the list of materials goes on. If I am to collect the rest in timely fashion, I must employ the help of a comrade of quality. When you can spare a moment from adventuring or aiding my dear son in his inspecting, pray drop a word in the ear of my manservant here. I shall clear my schedule of trivial interruptions, and we can proceed with the recreation of the Manderville weapon forthwith. You know, I wasn't actually expecting to do that much of his voice. That hurt a little bit. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Razatan... Yeah, they're having way too much fun with this. Oh, it's that thing. That is horrifying. Sound the alarm! A prisoner is escaping! On for the end credits. Oh god, is there more? Use a manner, you will receive a Mandervillian weapon for a warrior. Oh, okay. I take this quest as a warrior. Mr. Highcross, how wonderful to finally speak with you. Your cooperation of Lord Manderville's weaponsmithing endeavor is highly appreciated. Regarding his said endeavor, we've borrowed a corner of the high crucible in which base our crafting station, if you so kind to follow me. We'll get to some action soon. Our humble base of operations. No doubt be coming back and forth many times in the days ahead, so I strongly suggest that you attune your city aetheryte if you have not done so already. Otherwise, I trust that you are set to proceed, whilst I inform Lord Manderville of your arrival. I'm not doing his voice for a while. My throat hurts. Oh, welcome, Dirk. Welcome. With your steward assistance, I added into the mix. I have every confidence that your adventure is forging will. That this adventure in forging will be a complete success. And so let us begin with a detailed exposition on the history of medieval weaponry. First of all, when I say medieval weaponry, what I refer to is a series of masterpieces crafted by the legendary artisan Godbrand Mandeville, the first Lord of House Mandeville. Made with the mystical Mandarian, these preposterous, peerless armaments are perhaps the most prized treasures. Or at least they were, until someone misplaced them. Terrible housekeeping, that. Unfortunately, the time-worn manual in which Goldbrand penned his secrets is both intact and still within our possession. Thus, with that precious family heirloom in hand and ready to supply the purest ore, I intend to create what was lost. The work, however, cannot proceed without a few more key ingredients. I should like to call upon you to produce said materials, as well as provide a seasoned adventurer's perspective on the fruits of our labor. Excellent. I know I could count on you. As a goldsmith, crafting weaponry is akin to venturing into the unknown territory. I would place my trust in only the most proficient guides. Speaking of which, I may introduce you to the very best in the business. Come on over, my friend. I know that guy. Ugh, bloody hells. I had a feeling you were the adventurer his lordship was helping. Like a fly on shite when you catch a whiff of shiny new weapons, aren't you? Come on, this'll be fun. At least you know who isn't here. Yet. Oh, I like a barrel full of plague-ridden passias. Look at this gill-aided dandy I'm forced to hammer for. I'd rather drag me stones across hot coals and forge yet another rich old bastard's trinkets. Is that the way of it, then? Contracted Rowena, hoping to employ the talents of Eorz's finest smith. Oh, Rowena did lend him out. Okay, that makes more sense. But as you certainly have no interest in providing me with your services, I shall hire another artisan. We can put this talk of stones and coals behind us. Wait. You've got me all wrong, your lordship. That was just a bit old smithy humor to lighten the mood. I would be honored to work for your Trinker Mandeville weapon. So here's the thing. I've already spent the coin with this job to bring me on some right fancy bottles of Bavarian liquor. I can't afford not to do it. So that means we're back in business. Yes? Marvelous. It's bloody splendid. It is. Your crew is all present and accounted for, so let's get to smithing. There's not, but I'd like to do more. Personally, however, there are three conundrums in which stand between us and making of the medieval armament a reality. First of these is devising a method for working the Mandarian. From what I've been able to decipher from a manual, the process is quite demanding. You just leave that to old Geralt. I have yet to meet a middle that I can't beat into shape. Oh, then I shall cede that chore to your astral ingenuity. And once again, I am sorry for butchering this entire thing. The second is crafting the ornamentation which would amplify the weapon's etheric intensity. If it's a sturdy blade you need, then I am your man. But fiddly bits of decoration are not in me smithing wheelhouse. And 'tis fortunate that fiddling with bits is most assumably in mind, though it shall no doubt be a challenge. Creating a suitably exquisite ornaments is a task well suited for me and my goldsmithing hammer. As for the third final problem, wanting for resolution, we require a vial of extra Manderville. If one has access to an individual size alchemical furnace, it should be possible to extract the circulant mineral oil from Mandernium-rich meteorites. I'm assuming you understand what I heard of the process. The Exmanderon what's it oil is key to maximizing electrical conductivity. And thanks to the good graces of High Crucible, we have the extraction apparatus we require right here. All that remains is to collect the 3 or so goodly chunks of Mandernium meteorite that will be your territory. Right then, I will see about preparing materials for my share of the workload. And I'll start soaking the flames. It sounds like we'll need nice and hot. Oh, Rowena asked me to tell you someone. Seems like one of her lackeys has, oh so boldly, conveniently set up shop over by the Aetheryte, and just might have a meteorite chunk sweetie. Last by the name of Jubrana, I think it was. Could save you some searching, but she sure is shite and giving out sky rocks for free. Of course. Saga of Hammers and Heroes. Let's see how bad this is. You must be the famous Rick. Mistress Rowena said to expect you, and to assist with any procurement requests. Mandernium meteorite. Why yes, we happen to have cornered the market on that particular asset. Only so many of them fall from the sky, you see, and collectors offer top gill for such rarities. In your case, however, I've been instructed to request payment in an alternative currency. Say it with me now? Allegan Tombstones. To rate 500 Allegan Tombstones of Astronomy for a chunk of Mandernium meteorite. Whenever you're ready to make the trade. I might be able to purchase these right away. I think. I spent all of them. God damn it. Alright. Well, that's done. And the next place I want to go to is the Crystarium. No, not the Crystarium. Excuse me. Old Charlotte. That's where I want to go. anytime you want to spawn NPCs. Hello, and how may I help you? You're Rick Highcross, aren't you? Aha, I thought I recognized that heroic mind. How wonderful to meet you. The name's Osman. I'm a gleaner, as you may have surmised, mostly specialized in a collection of rare and curious books, and it would seem fate has brought us together. My work has given me an appetite for well-crafted stories, you see, but recently I've struggled to find any truly engaging material. So I thought to myself, why waste all that time bemoaning the lack of quality literature when you could be writing the exact kind of tales you enjoy? Which is why I'm so excited to be speaking with the vaunted champion Rourke. If I could convince you to share some of the minutiae of your adventures, it would lend my fiction an undeniable authenticity. Attorneys on War, Super Service Fighters in Amigo, later in Doma. There's a lot concerning you visit another world, or the world of the past. Yeah, I like starting out. And then we talk his ear off for the next 10 hours. Well, that was a complete waste of... Osmond? Are you actually chatting, Scholar Pub? It's a miracle. And here I thought you were capable of little more than grunts and sighs. Oh, that's Oh, that's not. She looks very similar. Ugh. May I introduce Shallow Moore, my colleague and internal tormentor? Oh, come now, it's just a bit of playful banter. Trisent and I could use some good humor after falling out to track down our quarry. I'll be damned! Rourke, it is an honor. An incredible stroke of luck. You are the very person we've been searching for. If you will indulge me for a moment, I can explain the situation at hand. As you know, the Charlayan was charged with antiquity in fulfilling the sacred duty, a duty which kept the gleaners buzzing to and fro like angry hornets. We would complete one grueling list of procurements only to be handed yet another, then another. The work was all we knew. Now that those days are behind us, the tasks have slowed to a trickle, and we find ourselves, well, strangely idle. Thus, the guild ship, in its wisdom, has forged a partnership with the Adventurers Guild. We now have a system in place where odd jobs from other countries can be funneled here to us in Charlian. The tasks they pass to us are, for the most part, not your average cleaner cannot handle. There is one client, however, who has asked for you specifically, and as the Adventurers Guild has no official presence in our city, we agreed to the odd job of facilitating the request. Think of us as a substitute Charlian branch, if you would. In any case, I'll be here at the counter ready to provide you with the details, and it doesn't appear to be an urgent matter, so feel free to engage your request whenever your schedule allows. Oh, and be sure to browse Trisent's wares. He has a special selection available to anyone who takes part in our odd enterprise. Rourke, I didn't quite get the chance before Shalomore commandeered our conversation, but I wanted to thank you for indulging me with your stories. You think we might talk again sometime? I would love to hear how this odd job of yours turns out. Sure thing, buddy. Now is this... I think this unlocks the dungeon that is random every time you do it. Local partnership with the guild and the Mirror's guild ship. You are now able to access odd job from Shalimore. Give me the other NPC so I can talk to him and finish unlocking this and run something. Key to the Bass. So, Rick, does this mean you found spare moment for your busy god-slaying agenda? Yeah? Wonderful. We actually have a letter addressed to you from Mistress Momundi. Go ahead and read through that. I'll dig up the link pearl and I'll use it to convey your reply. Dear Rick, I hope this letter finds you well and still taking guild jobs, because we've got one here with your name on it. Ordinarily I wouldn't bother you with something like this, but the client is a personal attendant of Her Royal Majesty Namaro Ui Nemo, and I'm guessing that piqued your curiosity as much as it did mine. Let Shalimore know if you can make it over to Udal, and I'll set up a meeting with this lady in waiting. I am told nothing's urgent, so your earliest convenience. Tell him I'm on my way. Understood, I'll call it right away. And done. Our tiny taskmaster is making arrangements as we speak. She says that the lady you're to meet is a Lalafell by the name of Kokoshu, light brown hair, green eyes. She should be awaiting you outside the quicksand by the time you arrive. For fortune and safe travels. Oh god. I don't want to go to the quicksand. I don't like the quicksand. There's too many people. Alright. And thank God my chat is covered. Now we wait for everything to load, because there's a billion people in the quicksand. How is everybody doing tonight? Master Highcross, I presume. I'm Kokoshu. Let me be clear from the offset, I am not your true client. The person who wishes to engage in your service is the Sultana Damano Ui Nemo herself. Oh, not Ui. Firstly, however, I pray allow me to explain the request itself, then you can decide whether or not you wish to proceed. I trust you recall the tunnels beneath the city of Uldal. Yep. My friends died in there. I speak, of course, of the Sil Din subterraneans, the passages and waterways through which you made your escape the day of that ill-fated victory banquet. It seems that one of the tunnel sections collapsed during the commotion, and the crew, compromised primarily immortal flames, has since been put to work on repairs. In the process of restoring the masonry, however, they came across an unexpected gate. It is described as an antique in design, inscrutable in purpose, and sealed shut by some mythical force. The report appeared of great interest to the Sultana, and she has experienced a desire to investigate the strange portal firsthand. Furthermore, she feels that the Master Tarpin and the like are overprotective and will prevent her from exploring her heart's content. But are we then to send Her Royal Majesty into potential peril without a trusted escort? You'll see my dilemma. As a proven champion of Gorzia and veteran of the countless heroic endeavors, it is to you whom we would entrust the Sultana's safety, besides which you would have no other way. I mean, you did frame us for killing her. Really, you should get Y'shtola. She's the one that caused the problem. Thank you, Master Highcross. It will mean a great deal to Her Majesty. Please wait here and I shall inform the Sultana of your decision. York, thank you for coming. I greatly appreciate you indulging in this self-request of mine. I should hope for the sake of you and your adventurous spirit, however, the mystery at hand proves more intriguing than odious. Kokoshu spoke broadly of what to expect. Yes, allow me to add a few details to the story. According to the report, the gate bears an intricate flowery design. The flames were unable to ascertain the origin or significance, but I have seen such motif before. The very same design adorns the key in my possession, the last gift I was ever to receive from my dear departed parents. I recall the ceremony in which I was presented and their promises to make me to the place the key unlocked once I come of age. They spoke excitedly of the choices I might make, of the things I would behold on my chosen path. But they were called away to Thal's halls long ago, before that day would arrive. And with mother and father gone, I deprayed for even learning the key's purpose. I despaired from ever learning the key's purpose, and now the portal is found. Surely you understand why I cannot leave it unopened. I mean, there could be anything behind that gate. Indeed, but mother and father meant for me to see it, and that is what I intend to do. Still, neither Papa Shan or Pippin would approve of my plans to investigate in person. I needed someone else I trust, but who trusted my judgment in turn. Would you be that person for me? I asked for Kokoshu. She was the first I brought into my confidence. She is, after all, my lady-in-waiting and serves as my double when I am away. I hadn't wished to involve anyone else, but she flatly refused to cooperate unless I enlisted a reliable escort. Thus here we stand, and I thought I regret the need to have you complicit in my subterfuge. The idea of exploring with you has me giddy with anticipation. If you can make your way directly to the excavation site in Central Thanalian, the foreman there has been instructed to permit you entrance. Concerning the tunnel's reach all the way to the palace, security protocols dictate that we receive reports anytime someone enters the ruins. I will take that as my signal to join you, via the secret passages, of course. Now let us make our preparations. We should, as you say, be ready for anything. This will take Central. And now I'm away from the cesspool that is the quicksand. Yes, you're right, Crossley. Kokoshu says you have unrestricted access to the ruins for some manner of confidential assignment. I wonder, does this have anything to do with what they found in the collapsed section? Or... actually, never mind that. I'm not meant to ask any questions. The rebels been mostly cleared away, but please do watch your footing down there. Wouldn't want you tripping over some loose rock in the gloom. Sweet. Variant definition of a unique type of feature, branching paths, but it's going to... automatically to provide challenge for the parties between 1 and 4 players. Alright. Need for dedicated tanks, DPS, or healers. Each player has 2 actions available for use during the dungeon. These can be changed anytime you enter the window. Cool. Let's see. I thought it was added into... so where is it? Oh. Let's see. So, pick here. These are all at the top of the nearby enemy list. Use damage over time to target all enemies nearby. I guess that would be the best one. Let's run it solo and see what happens. Alright, so which door will have the new car behind it? Three more gates. Would seem that we have a choice to make. Same gate. Settles that then. Onward we go. Goodies. Being a warrior made it so hard. was pretty easy. Ooh, boss time. That ain't good. Oh, okay. Good to know. Oh, crap. Oh no! CT. Yeah, I got close a couple times. Ooh. Two eyes, huh? Yep, I'm not sure if I did that correctly or not, but it worked. Chests around here? Nope. It's another boss. Oh my god, I love it. Soapy sidekick Silky. It's a Beyblade! Alright. How bad are you gonna be, huh? Okay. That. Right. Chilling suds. What's that gonna do? I guess that's a cross pattern. That is insane. Good to know. So that's going to... Yeah. It's going to... Oh god, is keep this. It was actually a pretty fun fight. I'm sorry, I've been very quiet through this. Got through. Aw. I feel bad now. So easy. Sect fuels mothers. This is the haven of joyful memories. Alright, I will do all in my power to see this sanctuary remains unspoiled. Nice. Well, that was fun. Alright, I guess the next step would just be to get my weekly raid stuff done. Master Hygros, all done with your assignment then? Glad to hear it. I'll inform the workers that they're free to head back into the tunnels. Oh, and before I forget, I have a message for you from Lady Kokoshu. She wishes to meet you by the quicksand upon your return to Wuldal. Safe travels, sir. You can get it as a mount? Well, now I know what I need to grind. Bright diamond in the sky. It's actually just old slag. Nice. Welcome back, Master Hygros. As Kokoshu might say, I am... 'Tis I, Nanamo. Did I fool you? The lady in waiting yet plays a role of Satana. We reasoned it odd if Kokoshu were to enter my chambers and never emerge. Thus, the disguise, it also afforded me the way to speak with you without the usual royal fanfare. As for our expedition, it was rather more taxing than I had anticipated. What I had planned as a simple sating of my curiosity has given me much to consider. I thought I had come to terms with the loss of my parents, that I was content with the few faint memories I had. Yet walking into that beautiful, secluded garden and seeing the traces of themselves they've left behind, it forced me to acknowledge the grief I hid away as a child. and carry locked within my heart even now. Such revelations aside, I cannot help but dwell upon the fuss which mother and father made of the choices I would make and the paths that I would take. Other places, if important, yet lurk behind those portals. Of that I am certain. Yes, I should very much like to conduct a more thorough exploration when time and circumstances permit. Of course, aid me in mapping out this underground enigma, and you will find me very grateful, Sultana. In this very moment, however, there are several dearly affairs of state which demand my attention. I believe Kokoshu wishes a word before you depart, so pray abide here a while if you would. Keep well, work, and we shall meet again soon. My cat has decided it is now attack my hand time. Welcome back, Master Highcross. At least you wonder. I promise I am the real Kokoshu this time. And I am Kilfufu, Kokoshu's assistant and fellow trusted confidant. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. As part of Her Majesty's inner circle, I simply had to come along and offer my thanks in person. Yes, we are most grateful for your steadfast presence. I worried what would happen if, when the Sultana first laid her rather reckless plan, yet she had returned to us not only unharmed, but invigorated. For the sake of Her Majesty's well-being and our continued peace of mind, we hope that you will agree to further foray at her side. We are also informed that Mrs. Momordi, that the Gleaner's Guildship was instrumental in facilitating our request. When next you visit Charlian, please do pass our warmest regards to Shalomor. I will say this, being deeply dyslexic as I am, this is actually kind of helping out, being able to read and then just say what I'm reading. I'm still making mistakes, but it's getting better. Gotta go back to old Charlian now. Finished with the job then. Mrs. Momodi called to thank us and let us know that you arrived in well. So the little lady in waiting sends her regards as well, does she? They sure know how to make a girl feel appreciated. Oh, I should probably give you a nudge in some directions. He's been scanning the crowd every few moments, hoping you'd be back to regale him with the tale of your odd job adventure. If you've the time, I'm sure he'd be thrilled with any scrap of story you care to share. entries will be added to your log and complete each possible route through the various dungeon. Nice. More? I figure adventures will have any... I'm passing familiar with this history. Mr. Pilmody claimed had you explored the network of tunnels and aqueducts. Fascinating. By your description, this mysterious gate floral motif sounds very much like the Draberna, or Daisy, as some prefer to call it. Sheila Moore is our resident botanical expert, so I can only tell you what she's told me. The Drabernas are a common sight in Ul'dah, having adapted to thrive in Thalion's arid climate. I've also read that the Royal House of Throne had something of a special relationship with those blooms. And was it not during the Orn dynasty that the Citadel waterways were purged of zombies? Curious, the thorn shadow flickers ever present at the edges of your tail. I understand that you are at liberty to tell me everything, but even the abridged account has been absolutely captivating. A sealed gate, the hidden paths which lie beyond, the kind of perilous locales a poor combatant such as myself would read about and never hope or wish to visit. Deep beneath Ul'dah do mighty guardians dwell, but what have they been placed to protect? It particularly bleeds intrigue. Yes, I'm ready to write my adventure epic, and it will be set in the dank passageways of the Citadel subterrace. So bad at this. But let me think a moment. Anything lurking in moldy aqueducts for an extended length of time would surely deteriorate as rust or decay set in. Putting aside the question of how long they've been down there, it is not reasonable to expect the inhabitants were faced far stronger. Perhaps strong enough to challenge even the indomitable Rourke, eh? With you as my muse, this book will all but write itself. Earrings. Another hat I can't wear, but everything else is pretty cool. Well, that can be fun. Ooh. I almost have enough for that. That's cool. Let's see, what is a silver? Framer's kit. Throne was nice. All right. Yeah, but let's do this grind real quick. Should be relatively fast as a tank. I unfortunately had fallen behind and I need to catch up. I think I only have... Oh, I should be able to get my weapon today. That'd be fun. That was a damn good look. Now my cat is laying on her back, making me pet her tummy as she makes biscuits in the air. I'm gonna be disappointing her greatly when I need a tank. Also, is there any classes you guys would like to see played? If you have any interest in any of them, I have them all maxed out. Fairly proficient with most of them. Some of them not so much. Looks like an I am off tank. Key to tanking in this game is the other tank is always going to want it more than you. one. The next one is Poison Lady. And the stupid tree. Oh, I'm gonna die. Thanks for thinking. Don't think. Just DPS. There we go. I'm already fairly geared out. I just need stuff for ults now. Poison Lady, then the tree, then the really annoying dude at the end. That's what I have to do. Poison Lady is not that bad. I keep forgetting to pay attention to her hands, and I keep getting hit by the cone attacks. The tree is straightforward and not that hard. It was daunting at first, and it's kind of a long fight, and it's not the worst thing in the world. And the last guy is just kind of trivial. I do need to get a hold of a static or something and start doing some of the raiding content, 'cause that's what I would love to do in this game. Drink. Paying attention to the hands this time. fight. Ooh, I am lagging. That's not good. I'm probably going to have to call this stream right after this fight, because it is not looking good right now for the computer for some reason. Make it to the end of this fight. Jeez, what is this lag? This is bad. This is not a good time to be like lacking out this hard. God, I have more of the hands. Oh. Couldn't do it, lagging too hard. What is going on with this lag? There we go. Sorry, healers, for being a bad dick. And everything graphical is catching up now. Alright, well, I'm gonna end it here before my computer crashes or something else happens. Sorry I wasn't able to finish this all up on the stream. I will be posting this to my YouTube channel. Feel free to check that out. I have a link down in the description of the Twitch stream, and if you are seeing this on YouTube, I have a link down to my Twitch channel in the description down below. Also, feel free to join my community Discord, and I hope to hear from you guys soon, and we'll see you tomorrow for more fun. Have a good one.